Hey guys, and welcome back to Vampyr. We will move on into this. Not no save game. When looking for a citizen, don't forget your vampiric senses. Yeah, I sure do. Like, I will be looking for a person and forget I can check for them for a minute. Accidentally talking to the wrong nurses and shit. They're all white ladies, and their hair is covered mostly. I still feel really bad. I should have just told her to resign. Should have just spared her. Because then she might still be working in that. She might still be working in that, that little hospital. Alright, where am I? Did I do this? I think so. Oh, yeah, I only have 720. I did that. I like studied his blood, right? Yeah. I think it taught me this. It taught me one of these. This one, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. I should Google where I can get the recipes for... Hello? Motherfucker really on roller skates in here?
Evening,
what the fuck?
Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you.
What'd I do?
I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Oof. And like, look, we knew she was... Like, we're very sure she's dead. I have hard bet that she's not, but... I don't actually know. I'm like officially to a part of this game.
I
Have been for a while.
thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
But it feels like we focus too much on the sister for her to actually be dead. Okay, so I'm gonna go down and around. What is this? An event? What if I go up there? District status serious. Oh dear. What have I done? I'm gonna try to get to this event, and hope that I can... Whee. Okay. If I keep going straight and then turn left at the... I suppose I could turn left here, left and then right and then straight on. Yeah. No, not there yet. Here? Yeah. Oh, my game almost froze again. Please don't do that to me this early in a stream. I just started. I doubt. Okay, I'm facing the wrong way. Maybe I have to go in this. So I have to go down. Go down and then sort of wrap back around. Hi. Will you? Why did I swing again? I was hitting X. I feel a little bit bad. Maybe I gotta wrap up this way. How do I... Well, yes, technically it would appear that that's where I need to be, but I can't. How do I get in there? Welcome to another episode of me flailing blindly attempting to find my way to something. Oh good, there's stars in there. Okay. Hi, I hate that you're a vampire now. Oh, she blew up. I don't like that. So, please don't freeze. Hurry up and load. Man, she is, supposed to still be alive.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your face.
What do you plan to do now that Nurse Crane is gone?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
I regret it too. I wish she'd continued working at the Pembroke Hospital. She was a good nurse.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left, she did not even recognize me. Then she got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Huh. So I didn't see him last time. Walked right past this man, did not see him. So, but now I know ahead of time that she is sick. I know ahead of time that she's sick. New dialogue available with the doc. Let's go check that out. I'm not gonna go to her so that hopefully I don't have to fight her.
Pain has made me blind. There are so many people who could use my help here.
Hello.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
What are you doing with your time, now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Might as well, man.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
That's fair. Super duper fair.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I'm also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Yeah, be that way.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do.
Right.
I'll never forget my
Obviously.
beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
Yeah.
Goodbye for now.
Oh, I'm trying to go back. That's right. I'm trying to get back to the hospital because Swansea has new dialogue options that hopefully will help me not have to fight Nurse Crane. If there's a way that I can like somehow make her be okay again. Man, I want more games that have a like where I can push a button and it will like give me like a little guide of exactly where to go. A little thing on the ground. You know, Dead Space style.
I will not let you down, my boy.
There you are.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention. But they concluded vampires were a scourge.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous, and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
We'll talk later.
Is that it then? Alright, well, I guess I will go to my sister's funeral then. Yeah. She's officially considered dead. That kind of sucks. I have to go to the cemetery then anyway. I'm sure it will automatically yeet me into my sister's funeral, but hopefully it will let me stay there or at least turn around and go back. I've killed like 4 or 5 dudes here a couple of times now, huh? Cause like they're staking out the cemetery, right? Am I? Buy me dinner first.
There's safer places to be than here. Elise! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Will I? You come to me on today, the day of my sister's funeral.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
I don't know if I have a choice, sir. be up in the big square part. So the two ways that you can get your hands on the remedy for like headache, migraine, and whatever, some sort of neuropathy.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yeah, you could like stop talking about it all the time though. But I understand like the irony of that statement coming from me, who talks a lot about my issues, but it's one of those like video game people really will just, as like ambient ruckus, will really just talk about like whatever, and they repeat like the same 3 or 4 lines.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. Mother, why have you come here? This is proving far worse than I imagined. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait. This is despicable. Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oop.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
I was just about to say, why are they burying her in such like a shitty cemetery, given that they are rich people? But yeah, it's because they think she died of the she died of the epidemic. Oh, the fucking poof.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, you're sad. I understand.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can
Hello.
do but accept it.
How did you know I would be here?
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company.
I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Where I'm at. Okay, I need to go into the next section over here. Strange formula. Thank God. Alright. Oh, now what? Now it wants me to go out into Whitechapel and go to the church. Oh, I want to go this way.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Why are you so big?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them.
Why are you so big?
As your judge and jury.
immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
I feel like I should probably tell the lady about the... Hello? Why did you go down there? Oh, is there a skull down there? I'm not trying to be a chaos, but it sure does seem to be happening. Am I even gonna be able to go in here?
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Why are you acting crazy?
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chaplain. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Loading.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Yeah. So I think I will go back. I will turn right up here and come back down. Hopefully I can get through that. I think that's a jump down. We'll find out. But we'll go back down into the hospital that way. God, I wish there was fast travel in this game.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
All my like little side quests.
And pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Get out me nagging. Oh, hello.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature.
Yeah.
What are you?
I am
Old.
You are our champion.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Uh-huh.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
I mean, probably.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Hmm. Who needed what? Meds-wise? Ooh. Fatigue. Fatigue. That's 4 fatigues. 5 fatigues. 5 fatigues. 6 fatigues. 7 fatigues and a headache. I'm just here in the hospital. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 headache here in the hospital. Migraine. 2 migraines out on the street. Two. Alright, time to go find everybody who needs meds. Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
What happened to the angry old lady?
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse.
Thanks.
Call me if you need assistance.
The Ashbury out there? Wait. Bum bum. Did she need something? Yeah. Hello. I would like to give you some medicine.
Nurse Brennan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, who else? Everybody's fucking tired at the hospital, which makes sense. Milton. Oswald Thatcher, who I need to find again. Harvey and Aykroyd and Beatrice Goswick. And they're all down this way usually. Okay, hello.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
I'm sure you are.
My assistance.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I mean, fair. You could at least wait for somebody who doesn't have, like, kids that rely exclusively on him.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Fair.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
And then this guy's mom?
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
How am I gonna learn, like, random shit about her?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Is there anything else?
Think he needed something?
Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Where is what's-his-face? The other doctor. There he is.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening
why am
to
I
you,
talking?
Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Am I standing on something in front of him?
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Am I standing? Oh, I think I was like up on that stretcher a little bit. That shouldn't have made me that tall. Alright. I'm still missing at least one person. Yeah, Oswald Thatcher, Milton, and Rexham. Ashbury, do you know what's happening
Jonathan,
here?
my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
Right.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
But she's also not actually telling you you can't share your grief. She's telling you stop talking to humans about it. Don't talk to people who are going...
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
Truly, did I think maybe she would have something to say about, Sean. Hey, Milton.
Good evening.
You a little sleepy?
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Always.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. And thanks, anyway.
Goodbye, Milton.
Bye, my dude. Can I find... Oh, they're down there. Okay. They are actually down here still. Okie dokie. Whee! Oh. Hi. Hello. What's going on in here?
Should be grateful for his luck instead of taking us for stress.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better?
Yes. This neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked
Were you
in
like
the
a
sewer?
POW?
What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctors said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Uh-huh.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about is their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Oh, that's a mood, my dude.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
I really want to get this one right.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end. I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Ah, yes. Historical gaze.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
You don't know that.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Man, good for you, my guy. I wonder if I can... I've done all of those.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
I'm glad I looked that up. It would have been great. I'm glad to learn. Would have been kind of sad.
Hello again, Mr.
Was great to hear, would have been sad to miss out on that.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. Couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see. Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
If people find out. Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know. Never thought I'd love a man.
Is this still a period of time? Like, was that still a capital crime at this period of history? It used to wholesale be a like they would put you to death for. I want to get this right.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's also new to me.
You'll get used to it? That's all I got for you, my guy. I absolutely would have been,
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated.
I would have been put down so fast.
Oswald's been really nervous
Historically.
at the idea of entering any hospital. For me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon. But it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
I'd give it a shot. I think I did that already,
Goodbye,
though. I think
Mr.
that's...
Take care of yourself.
He sure went somewhere. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's right, you have a headache. We should quit drinking.
Good evening. Evening, Dr. Reed.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
I had a buddy who, here in this little ass town I live in, there is an older guy who will stand in random places in town with a megaphone and yell at people that they're going to hell. And I had a buddy who owned a comic shop, and that guy got after me after I walked away from him. Like, he was doing his shit and I ignored him and went in the building, and he started yelling about how, like, trans people were going to hell and stuff like that. And my buddy walks out the door of the shop he owns, because they can't, it's public property. The sidewalk is public property. They can't kick him out unless they get the cops to pull him for disturbing the peace. Which the cops here have done before, because he stood in front of the high school and got in young ladies' faces and called them whores. So someone's dad called the cops, and they came and took his megaphone and made him leave. He is now not allowed to be by the high school, so he stands on the corner like 2 blocks up from the high school. But my buddy goes out there and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to stop talking shit about my friend." And the guy is like, "Well, you let all those transgender people and those queer people into your establishment, and they're tainting the world and how..." And my buddy just looks him in the face and goes, "That's my friend. And he has gone through more in his life than you can ever imagine. And he has earned his right to be a man, and he is more of a man than you could ever hope to be." And he walks away. And that was the first time he interacted with this dude. The second time, this guy is going off about how, like, comic books and tabletop games are Satan. And my buddy goes, "My guy, I cannot in good conscience not say this. You are going to have to walk away, because I'm not going to do anything. You are on public property. You can say and do what you want. However, once those guys leave my shop, I do not have any control over what they do. Because it's a bunch of people like me go to that shop."
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Okay, so I think that's everybody.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
That's everything from him. Also, I think that's everybody. I think I've given everybody their medicine. Oh no. Rakesh.
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
Man, that dude needs to chill out. But also, I never would have known that my buddy had, like, gone out there and said that, because I was in the back room playing D&D. I didn't, like, tell him to go out there. I wasn't standing there, like, looking stressed out about how this guy was talking and acting. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that old man. Let one of my kids come to me and say he said something to them, though. Let him. It will be the end.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
No.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Now, I don't understand, why can't I go see the old lady's body, right? I have to find out what's going on with that, right? Like, it wants me to talk to the guy again. Okay, so I think that's everybody in this place. Yeah, that's everybody here that needed something. We need two bouts of migraine medication. I think I have that, though. I think I did that already. Yeah. I have to go into Whitechapel somewhere to get water for that fucking flower.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
What if I just slit your throat right now, my guy?
Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Hmm? I really like that, like, Jonathan's nose has clearly been broken. It's crooked at the top when you look at him straight on. Like, he's got a big nose in profile anyway, but when you look at him straight on, you can see where that scar is across his nose. It's crooked. It'd be that way.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Pre-Wen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you, and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
I don't know what the barking is about. Why is everybody barking?
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Just keep upping my health for as long as physically possible. Oh, what about this one? Yeah, so I sleep. Everybody's clearing up. Now Pippa's got a cold and Newton has a cold. Oh, we got more people sick here. Christ on a cracker. I've gotta go help these people. Cold. 2 colds. God, this guy's sick as fuck. Come on, Ben Palmer. 1, 2, 3 colds. 3 colds, 3 fatigue. He needed the migraine meds too. And he's got something else behind his migraine. Okay, so I've got the 2 migraine meds. I need 3 cold, neuralgia, 3 fatigue, 2 more cold, so 5 cold, neuralgia, and 3 fatigue. Alright, okay. short on opium. I think that doctor can sell me opium. I have to go take care of everybody down in Whitechapel. Please be willing to sell me opium. At least a few.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing?
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Yeah, look, situationally, could definitely be worse. Alright, please have some
show me
opium.
what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful. Never ceases to amaze me how...
Ooh. Alright, because I need this. I was able to buy just enough opium from that guy. Whee! Okay. Let's deal with who's sick here. Who's sick here? Pippa and Newton both have a cold. Okay. Where are you, Pippa Hawkins? There you are.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, feel better, Pippa.
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Would you care to partake in this meal with me?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always
Oop.
here for you, Jonathan.
Punched my microphone, sorry about that.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
Big.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact.
Arms
he seemed
to,
to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
I would love to. That guy was after me, though.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? A hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they asked.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
So that's a different person that was killed by... They're getting closer.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Yeah.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
You have a cold.
So. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, I've got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
God, I love Jonathan's profile. Yellow, or anybody who's hung around long enough already knows that, like, I love profile with, like, big nose, strong jaw. She just, I don't know, I cannot tell you why. I just do. I like a good jaw and a strong nose, and And it's very funny because I do not like my nose. But I have a big nose. Now, I've got to go further into here to find people. I wish you could, like, mark people on the map. Oh, I didn't actually look at which way I was facing. Okay, I am currently facing the incorrect direction. I feel kind of bad about the guys with the big sticks with crosses on them. When I manage to, like, off them before they're able to use their big cross stick. Doesn't happen often. But every once in a while, I manage to kill one of those big guys before they can...
No, there's one of them! Watch yourselves! Demon! Watch it! We cannot be defeated!
Put your stick away. Put your big stick away. Leave me alone. I hear skulls eating. I think I want to go this way. I gotta find so many people.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
So that's Albert. I need his dad. Lee.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Where can I find your father? I guess I could ask where he is. No, it doesn't let me ask questions like that, which kind of sucks.
I cannot enter.
Alright, well.
Is no match for the swan.
Hi.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Reed.
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It seems her dispensary isn't so busy nowadays. Good thing for the Swanborough cordial.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Where'd he go? He's over here. Sir, you are so very sick.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
No, thank you. Your medicine does its job, but it ain't making miracles despite everything.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not recently.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Okay, so I can only give him one remedy a night. But I think he was lots of kinds of sick, but maybe they'll all go away. He needs migraine meds. Nethercott's got a cold. Shoshin's got a cold. And a lot of tired people. So where can I find... Oh, here's Shoshin. Shoshin.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
Trying to keep everybody here pretty healthy. Fucking Nethercott. Peterson and Lewis. And the crazy religious guy. There's the fucking landlord. Yeah. So that's Lady Swanborough. I need to find Dude Swanborough. I think I'm not supposed to know those are in there. Okay, there's more Pre-Win agents down there. I really don't want to go down there and deal with that right now, though. Fought that large beast before. Yeah, I wonder where I find... I don't really want to see that. So I turn around and I go up this way, it looks like. Hello, my guy.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get elf care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Where you at, Joe?
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been...
You again? What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Let your guard down,
So I need to find a crazy priest man and another cot who are usually near each other. Where the hell do I find you? I don't remember ever seeing that dude. So here's crazy priest man.
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work. Such is the law of the Lord.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Man, I don't even like that guy, but... Hey, let me out. My square button periodically just getting stuck. I suppose it's possible. This damn controller does see a lot of use. You should stop hanging out in the cemetery. You are sick all the time, my guy. Oop, I'm tall.
You too, my good sir. Can
Why am I
be of
tall?
any help?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Why did I become so tall? Oh, that's just open, huh? Hello?
Hello again.
Are you the florist?
Tell me, Camellia, how are things now the dispensary is closed? Very well. Goodbye then.
I don't understand. Alright, so... the only person I'm looking for now is this guy. I don't even remember ever meeting that dude. I don't know where I can find him. Fucking Mason is his name.
See that fancy car? That leech is fast!
I'm trying very hard to, like, heal everybody in this section. Likely at some point. There's a skull there. Where do I find Mason? Alright, just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, okay, Mick. Alright. Okay, okay. Where am I?
It's locked, all right.
Won't open from that side. I don't think there was anything up there.
I should never have taken up life. This district seems to get uglier every year.
I'm still... There is a...
You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Baron.
Killing's all you deserve.
Let's pin it down! Die, vermin! Filthy! Christ! He's dead!
I cannot enter.
I wonder if like bits and pieces of this will disappear and I'll open up a little bit more of the area. I don't think so. I truly am looking for a specific shop with very non-specific instructions. Alright, okay, where am I right now? I'm all the way up here. And I think I need to be down here.
Cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money. Where am I now? I'm going the wrong way. Bum bum bum.
This week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call.
Go.
You pay one way or another.
I keep fucking like I get to those guys arguing and it keeps trying to, like, stop me.
Would you like me to revive you?
So, it looks like my... So it looks like the instructions that I was given were incorrect. I have to go over here somewhere. The instructions that I found said it was in Whitechapel, but it's in the West End. And I don't even know if I'm actually allowed to go there yet. I know I have to go down to the docks. I should go back to the hospital to do that, though. So, I'm gonna turn... Yeah, turn dead around and go back to the bridge and then leave. Whee... I know the district status is serious. I understand, guys. Okay, now I want to turn the other way. Okay, I have nothing to analyze. Cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna need to buy a bunch of medical stuff. To continue on down this road.
It seems the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Watch out, boys!
Wow, that man reloaded that crossbow quick. But it's one of those, like, if you do it a lot, you get good at it. So, I'm going to... It looks like keep going straight up this road. And then I'm gonna have to turn, it looks like, because I don't know if this goes through. I'll go to here and see. It's not that far.
Over there! There's one of them! We've got one of them here! Fuck, it's fast! Bloody leech!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please unfreeze. I don't want it to be frozen still. Please stop. I'll sit for a couple of minutes here. I'll sit for a bit. See if it unfreezes. I accidentally pushed share instead of options. I'm trying to like move buttons around, but it looks like we might be real froze up. Alright. Well, I guess I'm calling this stream. I'm just gonna call it for today. Pick up wherever it picks me up later. So for right now, I'm having fun, and I hope you're having fun. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one.